Hey everyone, Retire on Dividends here. I'm doing something a little different today. Since I'm off of work, I decided to fill in the Group B distribution spreadsheet together. And I'll do that obviously once some of you start joining. And if you could please confirm the sound is all good, screen is all good, and everything is all good, then we will move on from there. I see 3 of you right now. So if someone could just type in that you can hear me and see me, of course. Hello. Sound is good. Thanks, Joey. Can you also see the screen, I assume? I haven't gone live in quite a long time. So I want to make sure everything's good. Shout out to, can you see my mug here? Where is it? LA Appliance, Redneck Engineer. I bought his mug. He's a YouTuber. Go check out his channel. All right, all good. So great. All right, so Group B, they declared their distribution this morning. And as I usually do, I'll go through. I'm sure the screen, it may be a little harder to see because I'm doing it on the desktop. But, we'll do our best to, basically read it out for you. So Group B, they declared today on right here, January 29th. And that means you have today to buy into the funds in order to qualify for the distribution. And then you have to hold it until this date, 1/30, which is ex-dividend date. And then you'll get paid on Friday, depending on the brokerage, of course. Robinhood, I hear, has like a delay now, 1-day delay. Not sure if that's true, but if so, that sucks. But either way, so you can still qualify for any of these distributions that we're going to go through. I don't even know how my mouse did that, but yeah, so that's the schedule. And yeah, let's get to the spreadsheet. All right, I did zoom in on this, so I'm pretty sure you guys can see this. Let me go through some comments. I'll try to do both as I go. Thank you all for confirming the sound is good. All right. All right. So let me get my phone and see what the this is the first time I'm looking at them, just so you guys know. All right. NVDY, let's see. 0.8294. Well, that didn't work. There you go. 8294. Okay, so 0.8294, 82 cents. Pretty close to the 81 cents, which is good. So that's an actual yield of 52%. It's their IV is 56%, so it's a little less than that. So, the payment makes sense. Of course, NVIDIA has not done well as of late, as we saw. So, I think we should all be grateful for this. So let me know what you guys think of this payment in the comments. All right, up next is FBY. They are paying 0.639, which, damn, I'm on a roll here, huh? Guesstimate accuracy. Why is this column? Yeah, this column's not updated. I'm like, what the heck? All right, so this would be instead of AR, it's AS. Bear with me. As usual, nothing changes, right? I'll take most of the questions at the end, or I'll try to do it during too. All right. Guesstimate accuracy, not bad. All right. I know we don't care about that, but still, it's pretty cool to see. All right. So FBY is they declared 63 cents, which is a 40% yield. Their IV is 43%. If we scroll over, let's see what their gains per share for the month were. They did go up $1.34 in price. So, yeah, they could have paid more. I don't know if that's a recent jump or not, but obviously I think it is because I probably would have given them a higher guesstimate. But good thing. Market opens soon. Get on with it. Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. I'm doing this video right before the market open. All right, JPMO, let's see, 0.6929. much more than I thought. Again, they did good this month. It went up $1.47. So that's pretty damn good. So JPMO, they're going to pay a 46% yield. Look at their IV, 17%. So that is obviously a massive, massive yield. So that's pretty damn impressive. All right. So up next is Murney, 0.273. We can look at the markets if you want together when they open. 0.273. So they're going to pay a 71% yield, which is a little less than their 83% IV. You can go through some comments. Yeah, markets open. Expected an NVDY payment close to your estimate or lower given yesterday's sell-off. Bruce's estimates equal real deal Holyfield. Is Bruce the other YouTuber guy? Okay, GDXY 0.5937. All right, 0.5937. That is a 50% yield, much higher than their IV, 30% IV. So again, they did go up 93 cents per share this month. So that's pretty good. Up next is BABO, 0.4693. All right, BABO, 0.4693 is a 33% yield. That is much less than their 51% IV. And I'm showing they went up $1.40, for this month. So that's a, kind of a letdown for BABO. All right, up next is PLTY. PLTY, this should be a big one, right? 2.9826. Not as big as we thought. That's what she said, right? But yeah. Damn, I had 372. 298 is a 56% yield. Their IV is 83%, and they did go up $1.99, per share. So yeah, that's kind of a letdown. Look what they paid last month, 358. The month before that, they paid 334. So that's a 16% decrease from the prior month. Good stuff. What's up, Wandering Eyes? All right, up next is Marrow. All right, 2.1002. Yeah, that's less than we thought too. So they're going to pay 210, which is a 73% yield. Their IV is 88%. So this is kind of less, than what we thought. But they did only go up 49 cents for the month. All right. Up next is Dips. Let's check out Dips. All right. Dips is 0.50. Where is it? 26. It's a little different feeling doing this live. Never really go live unless I'm interviewing. All right, more than I thought. So they're going to pay, Dips is going to pay 50 cents. That's a 51% yield. Their IV is 56%. I guess that makes sense. Price per share, they did go up 45 cents. So I guess they could pay that. Their current price looks to be $12.75. All right. So, oops, meant to say Rod. Sorry, Rod. You the man. My wife keeps buying Marrow as well. All good, Blue. The weekly seems kind of pointless because I could just buy a week 1 through 4. Oh, there's the bell. Did you hear it? Thanks for the updates. You're doing fine. What's up, MJ? All right. So those are, the covered call ETFs. Now we're going to scroll down and we're going to see what Ymax, Ymag, and the others have paid. So let's take a look. So if I click into this cell, this is actually going to be, because if you look here, I have 4 payments. So those are done. So we're starting a new cell. So this was for, again, what Group A paid last week, we're getting paid this week. So for Ymax, let's see, 0.1469. For Ymag, 0.1898. For LFGY, 0.6294. And GPTY, nothing. All right, they didn't declare. Yeah, we weren't sure about that if they were going to declare or not. So they're going to wait one more week. All good. All right, so 14 cents for Ymax. So if I scroll up, and I want to see if that makes sense based on my estimate. All right. So my estimate for Ymax looks to be around 16 cents, which is 2 cents off. My Ymag estimate was 21 cents, and they paid 18. So in both cases, the estimate's a little higher, than kind of what they actually paid. But whatever, all good. What about LFGY? I think I had an estimate for that, right? A guesstimate. Didn't it? Where'd I put it? On this sheet? No, all my formulas are screwed up. Do you guys remember what my guesstimate was? Obviously, I didn't put it on here, but I should have. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay. All right, so those are the guests. No, I'm sorry. Those are the actual declarations. So now that we have week 5 actual, we can go ahead and look at what Ymax and Ymag are estimated to pay next week. So for next week, I'm looking at a payment for Ymax of 19 cents and Ymag, same thing, 19 cents. So they're probably going to pay around the same, which is pretty cool. But again, my estimate last time looks to be a little higher than what they actually paid. So even if it's 17 cents, it's all good. All right, let me go through some comments and try to finish this coffee. All right. Have you ever thought about doing, oh, I could put this up, right? Yeah. Have you ever thought about doing BITO? I don't know what that means, doing BITO. I assume you mean tracking it. I mean, I'm not sure how exciting that would be, but no, I haven't. And no, I definitely can't, unfortunately. I have expanded my limits so far. So yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions. I'll just continue going through the spreadsheet. Right now, I'm going to go through some recovery rates, and I'll start with Group B. So again, Group B recovery rate, this is going to compare how much they went up per share this 4-week cycle as compared to how much they paid on the last payment. So in the example of Phoebe, right? So they went up $1.34. So week 4 or weeklies 4 actual paid 44 cents. So obviously that is more. I could probably get that all on the same screen. Look at this. Yeah. So 44 cents, obviously they recovered more than that. So they recovered 3 times that, in fact. So that's a 301% recovery rate. I skipped over NVDY, but they're negative $2.43. So their recovery rate is negative 270%. JPMO did fantastic. Look at that. Look at that. 1948. That's pretty damn impressive. They went up $1.47. That's a 488% recovery rate for them. I don't talk about them. Again, I always knock them, but obviously they're steady Eddie. I don't know does anyone invest in JPMO? So, all right, Murney, what do we got here? Murney, where are we at? I'm drawing them. All right, there's negative third. Shocker, they went down, right? They always go down. That's their job, to go down. So negative 13 cents, negative 51% recovery rate. GDXY, they went up 93 cents. That's a 265% recovery rate. BABO, $1.40, it went up. That's a 314% recovery rate. Should move back. I feel like I'm too much in the screen. Who else? PLTY, $1.99, it went up. That's a 55% recovery rate. Marrow, 63 cents. So that's a 25% recovery rate. Marrow is, it's been pretty disappointing, to be honest, since they launched. Hopefully things do get better, but I don't know. I'm not too impressed. I'd rather trade that one myself, if at all. Dips actually went up. Well, it better go up. Look at that. NVDY went down $2.43. So why did dips only go up 45 cents? I mean, what is the point of these funds if they're not going to, they should at least come close to the opposite of the other. But anyway, that's an 88% recovery rate. These numbers are live. So if you see them moving, it's whenever Google Sheets actually does update it. All right, let me go through some comments. I know this is a longer type of video, but I'm live, so I'm trying to keep the comments current. Pay the Piper says, what is LFGY overall yield? Well, you'd have to, obviously it's, let me go down. That was their, yeah, so this is their first payment of the cycle. If I calculate this yield, well, let me take AS. And then for now, I'm going to do times 52. I'll have to put the 13 back. Actually, hold on a second. Let me do that. And then I'll do this. All right. So assuming they pay this amount every single freaking week, the yield is 66.92% at this very moment. All right. Let me just undo that. And then we'll go from there. All right. Does that answer your question? I mean, I guess I could do all of them, right? So let me redo that, and then I'll do that for the others. So let's see what these two. All right, so Ymax, again, based on what they paid weekly, Ymax yield 45%, Ymag yield 52%, LFGY yield 66%. All right, like I said, let me undo that, and then we'll continue the recovery rate party. All right, now we're going to talk about Group C. And, oh, lots of comments coming in. All right, but yeah, let me just go through the recovery rates. Nefli, 252% recovery rate. Sweet. Coney, 104% recovery rate. MSFO, 149% recovery rate. AMDY, God, that's terrible. Negative 232% recovery rate. PP, negative 84% recovery rate. ABNY, 26% recovery rate. Fiat, negative 81% recovery rate. And Ulti, come on, man, 3.5% recovery rate. That's pretty bad. All right, so let's get to Group D. Group D. Currently, Apley has a negative 24% recovery rate. AMZ, 202% recovery rate. That's pretty damn impressive. Disso, 100% recovery rate. Squee, 50% recovery rate. AIYY, negative 37% recovery rate. Misty, negative 71% recovery rate. I guess they're not doing well today. I don't know. I haven't looked. Looks like they're kind of green. SMCY, negative 135% recovery rate. And YQQQ, negative 20% recovery rate. Well, that's crappy. All right, so we talked about Group B. We started with Group B, so we might as well do Group A. This is as of last week, so it's not that much of a sample sizing, but regardless. Tesla, negative 69% recovery rate. Actually, let's make sure we are comparing it to the proper field. Yes, we are. Okay, good. Okay, good. All right, yeah, Tesla, negative 69% recovery rate. OARC, negative 9.1% recovery rate. GUI, negative 57% recovery rate. Zomo, negative, see how it's moving? Negative 94% recovery rate. Ybit is positive 8.87% recovery rate. Snowy is actually doing good, 105% recovery rate. TSMY, negative 231% recovery rate. Again, to this stupid DeepSeek or whatever app. Crash, positive 48% recovery rate. See, that's a little better, right? So this one, actually, no, it's up 14. Tesla's down 45. Inverse my ass, right? All right, Feet, negative 24% recovery rate, and 5E, negative 38% recovery rate. So they're having a rough go at it. All right, time to get through some of these comments here. I'll go back. All right, so I didn't realize I left that comment up. MJ says, I picked up a couple hundred shares of GPTY last week to see how it performs. I already have, okay, yep. HL3, why do you think YieldMax paid lower on Marrow and PLTY than the other than on the guesstimate in the IV. Okay, so let's go to Marrow and PLTY. So yeah, Marrow, they pay 210, PLTY 298. Well, Marrow, if you look at Marrow, they went up 63 cents per share. So it's not like they did anything fantastic. So for them to pay their IV is 88%. So I mean, it's not terrible if you think about it. They paid 249 last 4-week cycle, so 210. It's not too bad. So I don't think it's that low. For PLTY though, they paid what, 290, 358 last time around. Now they paid 298. That's a pretty low yield though, 56%, especially considering they did go up $1.99, but maybe I don't know. Honestly, I just maybe it's just playing it safe on that one. Who knows? But there's $69 stock, man. They should have paid they really should have paid a little more, to be honest. I mean, I don't know if that helped, but I didn't really answer your question. But it's just a great point about the inverse. Yeah, I mean, I know they can't be a 1-to-1, but they got to be remotely close, right? All right, so Leo Cabral, just watching from Brazil. All right. Thank you, Lee. Yes, this is the fun comparison I was asking for in Discord. Okay, sweet, Coffeeholic. Good. But yeah, recovery rate. Just that's it. Kelly says, which YieldMax ETFs have you invested in? In the past, all I really had was NVDY and AMZ and Misty. I sold NVDY and I sold NVDY and AMZ to get more towards the index related way. But so the only individual covered call ETF I actually own is Misty. Outside of that, I have Ymax and Ymag. I do plan on buying 5E, to be honest, once their margin maintenance, snaps out of it on Charles Schwab, because they're a 40% yielder, man. They're perfect for me. So, all right, let's see. Blue says, yeah, Rod, what are you buying right now? My wife wants to know. Ha, I'm still buying the big four: Coney, Tesla, Misty, and Vidi. I mean, I buy Ulti. I can show you my account. Give me a second here. What the heck? You guys see? I had to block out the account number, which blocks out the balance. But the balance, I think, I forget what it is. It's not 50. I don't know. I don't remember. Anyway, what am I buying? So this is my Retire Now account. This is what I hold. I hold Ulti, FEPI, SPY. All right. Everything underneath, I do options. So right now I have a covered call on TNA. I own 100 shares of TNA. I have a covered call on them. Misty, I own 100 shares. I'm not doing any covered calls on that right now because my cost basis is $33. But I am selling puts on Misty. I have 2 puts pending. TSLL, I currently don't own any shares. As you can see, 0. And I do have 4 puts outstanding: a 20, a 21, a 22, and a 23. So to answer your question, what am I buying? Right now, just looking at the market today, am I going to buy something? Ulti is showing no movement. I don't know. Maybe, actually, I probably should. I'm probably just going to do some options trades. Maybe I'll do one live. I'm not sure, but let me get rid of this and let me go back to the spreadsheet. But hopefully that helped. Okay. All right, let me get back here. All right. What are your thoughts on Ulti? I'm a big fan of Ulti. I know it's disappointing. Yeah, we want to see much more upside, but right now they're playing on the defensive. Last time we checked, right, looked like a bunch of protective puts that they had going. But I'm okay if they can just stay flat and pay that high yield. I'm good. So, and I know, again, what is it, October 15th? They recently changed how they're working that fund. So I'm going to give them more time to see how this reacts over time. But yes, I'm a huge fan of Ulti. All right. Nefli looks good. It's a steady Eddie type of fund. I have been thinking about investing. Yeah, man. I always loved Nefli. Was one I always owned too. I forgot to mention that one. Yeah. So this sold my tax-free MMU to buy Misty. Average down 27. Are you buying Curve ETF? Are they compatible? Says Andre. No, I'm not buying Curve. And the reason is they obviously, similar strategy to YieldMax. The difference is they do like monthly covered calls. I mean, I don't need to pay someone to do a monthly covered call. I could do that. That's not hard. YieldMax, they are super active. They do weekly covered calls, and sometimes they're doing trades during the week. Sometimes these are daily trades. So it's a lot more active, which, me with a full-time job, I can't be as active. So I'd much prefer put my money into a fund that's a little, plus I like the weekly trades versus the monthlies. I think we can, pull some more premium out when you do weeklies versus monthlies. Of course, there's other benefits, like a stock like Tesla, that could work better in a curve type fund versus a YieldMax fund. And I agree with that. There's no disagreement there with me, but I don't buy Tesla. I don't buy Tesla for that reason. I'd rather trade Tesla or TSLL myself because, how aggressive YieldMax goes with their strikes on Tesla. It's tough. It's tough, and you can be capped on the upsides, which kind of hurts them. So I'm not saying Curve is a bad fund, but as an options trader myself, I'm just not going to buy into something that does, something that I could do, right? Plus, it doesn't mean I won't one day invest in them. If they ever have a fund of funds, which I don't even know, I haven't looked into them. Maybe one day they will have a fund of funds, and say if it yields 40%, I may consider. I don't know. Leo is starting to buy Misty. Yeah, man, Misty is the best. Oh yeah, you noticed? Yeah, it's like, hey, might as well put this on. So yeah, shout out to Rec Shares. I got to do a video actually on FEPI, AIPI, and now SEPI, CEPI, because they just declared and they have a sweet ass yield. So I got work to do. I got to do an Ulti video because their guesstimate is happening on Sunday. So I'm either getting to an Ulti video today or a Rec Shares video. I'm not sure. Probably Ulti because it's a little easier, because for Rec Shares I have to do 3 funds. But stay tuned for, hopefully I can get to both of them. But give me time, please. All right, Overseer Premier. Nice. Yes, very nice. Very nice. All right, so let's go back over here. Since Group B just declared, let's check out house money, baby. All right, NVDY, look at their house money, 130. They have paid you back from inception 131% of its original investment. Again, of course, that's assuming my total distribution formula is picking up the newest payment AS. Yes, of course. Thank you. All right, so yes, this is the correct house money percentage. So that is super impressive. Phoebe, 65. They have paid 65% of the original investment. Murney has paid back 51%. As crappy as this fund is, they paid you back 51% of the original investment. So even the worst of the worst funds still pay you back pretty damn fast. When did Murney launch? Let's see. October 23rd, 23. Yeah, so they've been around. They've been around a while, so it's not too impressive, but still, as bad as they have been performing, It's still, they're over 50%, so that's pretty damn good. Christy says YieldMax distributions looking way better than Defiance. Yeah, I haven't looked at Defiance yet. I dig Ulti at the 10. Yeah, it's like $8 now, isn't it? Curve is going to stagger their payments to have weekly. Yeah, that does nothing for me though, to be honest. I don't really care. I mean, yes, of course it's nice to have weekly, but you know, it's still about the fund and what it does and if it's worth it. But I'm sure they'll come out, you know, with something good. But you know, obviously they're become, I think they've become more popular, and they're you know, they're a competitor, maybe not to YieldMax per se, but they're, you know, they got their own little niche going. All right, so let's go look at some other house monies. Any other notables? JPMO, like we said, pretty damn good. They paid back 32% of their original investment. And so they launched at 2009. Their current price, where is it? Current stock price, $19.54. That's insane. So they paid back $6.52 and it essentially stayed capital flat. That's amazing. All right. Outside of that, again, we covered the other house monies before, but I just wanted to cover Group B's. Let's go to 52-week high, 52-week low. Okay. So I usually go through this on the spreadsheet. So I always say, if you want to get a discount, you don't look at the ETF price. You look at the underlying. And if the underlying is at a price that you think is a discount, then that's a good buy to me, in my opinion, not financial advice, right? So what underlying is near a 52-week low? I'm showing Zomo is 29% away from their 52-week low. And that's it on Group A. Everything else is near a high, unfortunately. Especially OARC. OARC is really close to the high. So I wouldn't say OARC is a deal at all. So if we go to Group B, we got any deals here? Of course, Murny's a deal, right? Because Moderna is 8% away from their 52-week low. And again, I know I hate on Moderna, Murny, but I know nothing about them. I don't know what they have coming down. Like, they could have some good stuff. So this could be a huge, you know, huge buying opportunity. But I'm just judging by what I've seen lately. And what I've seen lately is not impressive. It looks like it just went down a little more. Who else? Who else is a discount? Marrow is 24% away from the 52-week low. Wow, their 52-week low is $13. What's their current price? No. What's I gotta scroll over. Marrow is $18 right now. Is that right? Guess so. All right, so let's move on to Group C. Wow. Netflix high is $9.99, 52-week high. They couldn't break that $1,000 mark, huh? All right, so Group C has AMD. Wow. AMD is 2.51% away from their 52-week low. That's amazing. They're at 115. Their 52-week low is 112.80. Ooh, that's very tempting, but I'm not doing it. Anyway, ABNY, Airbnb. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a fan, but they're closer to their 52-week low too. All right, and then we got Group D. Any deals here? Ah, sweet. Didn't I update their underlying? Yeah, XYZ. Why is it not? Still not picking up. SQ used to be the ticker for their underlying, but I don't know. For some reason, it's not picking up. So I don't know what that one is. SMCI, obviously, they're still near their 52-week low after they crumbled, you know, not too long ago. But let me go through a quick recap of what the declaration is, and then maybe we'll look at the market again and see if there's any options trades to be done. Okay. Read these out for you. Okay. So again, Group B declared today. NVDY declared 82 cents, which is a 53% yield, and that's a 7% decrease from the prior 4-week cycle. FBY has declared 63 cents. That's a 43% increase from the prior cycle, and that is a 40.98% yield as we speak. JPMO has declared 69 cents. That is a 130% increase from the last payment. So if you're a JPMO holder, you're very happy. Very surprising. If you're a Ymax holder, yes, this freaking helps. So this is going to help next week's payment. And that is a 46% yield out of JPMO. You never see that. So, you know, suck it up right now. You know, you're not going to see that. It's not going to be all the time, you know. So stuff like this, you gotta enjoy it, right? Just like those $4-something Misty payments, they may come back, but man, when they were here, enjoy it. Murney, 27 cents. That's an 8% increase from the prior payment, a 73% yield. GDXY, 59 cents. That's a 69% increase. Pretty impressive. 50% yield. BABO is paying 46 cents. That is a 5% increase and a 32% yield. And then we have PLTY, $2.98. That's a 16% decrease, as mentioned before. That's a letdown. And that's a 56% yield. I had to double check. I was picking up the right formula. All right, Marrow, $2.10. That is a 15% decrease from the prior payment. 73% yield. And last but not least, one of the inverses, dips. 50 cents. That's a 0.61% decrease, and that is a 50% yield. Okay. All right. So let me go through some comments. And real quick, I wanted to check CVNY because I know they're supposed to come out. I want to see what group they're in. Hello, friend. We are rich again this week. Oh, man, I wish. What's Ulti's return on investment? Let me go to Ulti. Where is Ulti? They're in what, Group C? So they launched at 2042. And if you look, they have paid out $10.59, right? Well, they didn't actually pay out. Well, yeah, no, this is Group C, so that's not, yeah, never mind. And their current price plus that distribution is $19.19. So they're actually down. This is without drip, of course. So total return, they're in the negative since launch, if that's what you're asking. But again, I don't want to judge them from inception because they completely changed their prospectus of how they can, you know, use this fund. So I don't want to judge them, you know, based on that. I want to judge them as of what is October. I think it's October 15th, October or November, and use that as the, you know, the true time frame. Do you worry about NAV erosion? No. Guys, like this NAV erosion thing, again, I don't really talk about because it's just, what do you mean by NAV erosion, right? They own the synthetic. The synthetic tracks the movement of the underlying fund, right? It goes up and down with the underlying fund. At the same time, they sell covered calls, right? Poor man covered calls on that same underlying, right? Sometimes they win some, sometimes they lose some, and they pay out, you know, a portion, if not all of the distributions, if they make them or not. So again, when you say NAV erosion, what exactly are you speaking of? Because again, these funds, they simply mimic the movement of the underlying and they pay out distributions based on covered call income. All right. Of course, yes, they can be capped, right? They can be capped, but you know, it is what it is. All right. What else? Redfish, I think I missed it. Missed what? The distributions. Can we get a copy of this? This is one of the spreadsheets I do not share. I just can't, because again, the spreadsheet changes way too often. If I share it, everyone's gonna have a million questions, and I'm just not doing it. I'm sorry. AMDY, I covered that. Marrow is over 37 right now. I see it. Oh, is that what you want to know? 50%, 52% house money. Yeah. Yep, 52% house money. All right, so let's go to the market. Let me move this screen. I don't know why it does that. All right, so I'm going to pull this up. I know this is not part of the video normally, but this is my Think or Swim account. Why can't I expand it? There you go. Can you guys see that? So let me see if there's any options plays. So right now, here's my options spreadsheet. Okay. All right. So scroll down to the bottom. Again, I'm going live, so I'm no plan. I didn't have a plan to do anything, but I figured if I'll make a trade, I'll make a trade live if that helps anyone. All right. Let me go through the comments real quick. Are you a fan of LFGY? Definitely. NVDY going down. Yeah, man. What's going on? That's rough. It's rough. But it did go up yesterday. I did need to build up Group B. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's see if I have any opportunity to do a trade today. So TSLL is red, right? You guys see both screens. I don't know if this is big enough, but this is my watch list on Thinkorswim. This is an application on the laptop or the desktop, right? And it's very helpful. But you can see I have it sorted by, losers at the top, winners at the bottom. And if I'm going to sell puts, I look for the losers, right? So right now I'm selling puts on TSLL, Misty, and that's it. I only have a call on TNA. So if I look at TNA, okay, I can't sell puts on them because I currently own 100 shares at an average cost basis of 41.50. So if I'm going to sell, and this is the open wheel, I call this my open wheel. If I'm going to sell puts on this current wheel, I'm not going to sell puts higher than 41.50, right? So if I look right now, it's at 45.20. Selling a put at 41.50, it's not going to pay well. So yeah, that's not, that's a pass. And then I can look at Misty. Let's see where they're at. They are up 0.78%. They're at 26. I have two puts here. Let's go to my Misty tab. Do I have two puts or one put? Let me check. Yeah, I got a 26 and a 25. I never added the 25. So I have a 25 and a 26. Right now they're at 26.97. So I'm not going to sell any more puts. If this keeps tanking, I will. If it goes under 25, I'll sell another put on Misty. But for now, I'm not going to. And those puts expire on 2/21. And last but not least, TSLL. I have 4 puts, a 20, a 21, a 22, and a 23. Current price, it's down 2.31%. It's at 25.34 per Think or Swim. Now, if I look at the options for TSLL, I would look at a 19 for this week because again, I don't duplicate. I always spread out my strikes. I'd look for the 19. Probably not going to be a decent premium, to be honest. So, I mean, actually, I'm not even going to bother. I'm just going to leave it alone. I'm going to let earnings happen. If it tanks below my strikes here, then so be it. I get assigned, and then we'll go from there. But I think I'm going to let things be today. I'm actually not going to make a trade. Sometimes not making a trade is the best move. versus like forcing a trade, if that makes sense. So, all right. So let me close out this spreadsheet here, my option spreadsheet, since I'm not making any trades. And yeah, back here, nothing going on. Where did oh, there it is. All right, so yeah, again, this is just Thinkorswim. I've been live 45 minutes. If you guys have any questions, I'll take maybe 5 minutes of questions. If not, I'll just, call it a day. Because I know this video was really about Group B distributions, but yeah, now it's about whatever. So yeah, if you guys have any YieldMax questions, options questions, or whatever, let me know. There's 131 people on right now, so. NVDY going down because of Alibaba and AI news. Man, I'm glad I got out of NVDY because, again, the risk of owning the single underlying stock on a covered call ETF, it's rough, man. It's rough. It can be rough. So, all right, I don't see any questions, so I guess I'm going to, oh, wait. Here's something here. Can I get a quick overview about the option strategy on Misty? Not sure what you mean, but I could pull up my Misty spreadsheet if that helps. Like how they doing the synthetics. All right, so here's the Misty spreadsheet. I'll make it bigger. You want to know about the synthetic. So, all right. So these are the holdings, right? Let me put up your other comment. These are the holdings. The synthetics, they have a 315 and a 390, right? So when they open a synthetic position, they sell a put. This is a sold put, and then they buy a call. Same strike, same expiration. So if you see these two, right? Let me highlight them. Right, these two, same strike, right? 315, same expiration, 221, same number of contracts. What these do is it tracks the movement of the underlying stock being MSTR. What does that mean? That means when MSTR goes up, this number here, this 98.5 million in orange, that goes up because this call is more valuable. And at the same time, this would go down. This is a negative value. So, the two things happening, it would move up the NAV of MSTY. Let me take a sip of water. And at the same time, if MSTR goes down, this call here, this 98.5 million, this will be a little, worth a little less. So this will go down in value. And then this one, this 315, this put, this will be a little more expensive to close since it's a negative value. That negative value would increase. So obviously the positive value of the call going down and the negative value of the put increasing, that would decrease the total net asset value, decreasing the total NAV. All right. So yeah, that's just the 315 synthetic. The 390, that's the other synthetic. It mimics, same thing, mimics the movement of the underlying. However, it moves a little different because it's at a 390 strike price. So you could see right now, the movement upwards of MSTR, it may not change this right too much, right? Because you have to think of the odds, right? When you sell a put on a 390 strike, you're saying I'll buy these shares at 390 at 221, right? What's the price of MSTR? It's at 339.21. So what are the odds? Think about that. What are the odds of MSTR going from 339 to 390 by 221, which is essentially 22 days or so away, it's the odds, are not in our favor. That's for sure. So Again, that's a little more expensive, as you can see, because, you know, obviously MSTR went down a lot since, you know, at one point MSTR was at 390. So now you can see how expensive it is now for that put. And at the same time, this call, this 390 call is not valuable at all. So what we just said in the example of the 315 synthetic, that happened on the 390. So the call decreased and the put increased, the negative number increased. So that's how it tracks the movement of the underlying. All right. It doesn't physically own MSTR. And the reason that's a good thing is this. See all these? See this in the middle? You know what these do? They earn interest. This is our collateral. Our cash goes into treasuries, goes into bonds, and they earn interest. What interest? I don't know, 2, 3, 4%. You know, we have a pretty damn good interest environment right now. So that money, instead of sitting in MSTR, right, not earning a dividend, not, you know, they don't pay a dividend. It would just sit there in MSTR. Instead of doing that, they track MSTR through a synthetic, and they put the money into treasuries instead. And that way they could pay us that 3-4% on top of whatever they earn in options premium. So hopefully that makes sense. Yes, Smitty, I did my intraday trade update, 6:30 a.m. You come on, you should know that now, right? No, it's that video is up already. So if you wanted to check it out, I see it. No, that wasn't a live stream. That was pre-record. That was recorded. So that would be under videos, not live stream. This is under live stream because for whatever reason I decided to do this live because I took off work. Oh boy, Nathan, you want to give me more work, don't you? Any plans for a monthly video comparing LFGY, SEPI, and GPTY? And I don't know, man. I don't know. No promises. Got it. Thanks, Leo. All right. Yeah, let me know if that, hopefully that helped. I don't know. Again, some people understand things a different way. And I still owe you guys a video on the other thing, which is YieldMax holdings for dummies. So I am working on that. So I'll get that out very soon. Smitty, I watch it every day. Thank you, Smitty. Appreciate that. Weird seeing you live. Yeah, I know. I'm actually not even in the garage either. I'm in my office. Isn't that weird? Kevin says this helps all of us. Thanks for what you do. You're welcome, Kevin. Thank you for watching. All right, Leo. Thank you. I'm glad that helped. All right. All right. We're 52 minutes in. I definitely went longer than I planned. So I'm going to have to end it here. Again, we kind of went off topic, but that was the plan. When I never go live. So I figured I'd just give it a chance for a second. But as always, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. This video is for fun and entertainment. So hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you're entertained. If not, we will try again next time, of course. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of the distributions, because that's what this video was about, right? Let me close Misty right here. And there, yeah. So Group B declared, led by NVDY. With their, what was their payment? 80-something cents? 82 cents. Are you happy? 53% yield. Highest yield of the group, Murney. That's right, Murney, 73.63%. Number 2, close second, Marrow. So the M's taken over, 73.37% yield. So, so yeah, if you guys enjoy this content, please hit the like button. If you have any questions or concerns, leave them down below. Thanks again. Live more when possible. Believe me, I wish soon enough when things quiet down with work and life and all that jazz. But I love going live. I think it's fun because you can actually interact with the people. Usually I'm just talking to a phone, so imagine how weird that feels. But yeah. So on that note, I just want to thank you all for attending the live stream, or thank you all for watching after the fact. I do appreciate it. But I'll end it here, and we'll call it a day. Talk to you guys later.